Pretty Rich is what they call them. Yes. Welcome to Pretty Richie Fantasy Football World. Yes, for week 13. As you can see from the title, I'm going to hit it off with some players that you want to avoid, players that you want to be cautious of for week 13. But these are players that most people would love to just plug and play in their fantasy football lineups for what they have done thus far up to week 13. But I'm going to just caution you for various reasons on why you should either temper expectations or find a better play with higher upside altogether. Remember, these are championship rounds here for the playoffs with a lot of fantasy football implications. So we have to uh, put up the best boom lineup that we possibly can going moving forward, especially with fantasy football playoffs ahead of us. First one I'm going to go look at is Lamar Jackson. Okay, everybody loves Lamar Jackson. He, as of late, though, he has not boomed the way that we would have liked or that we would love because of his running his wide receiving core. Okay, his wide receiving core is depleted. Okay, he's going up against Denver this week. He's the only good thing about the matchup is that they are playing in Baltimore, and we all know, those of us who do play or have played football or any type of sports, home field advantage is definitely a real thing. But Denver is ranked number four defense against the quarterback position. So everybody that's used to Lamar Jackson getting 25, 35 fantasy points, those are days of the past, okay? Lamar Jackson just doesn't have enough people to throw the ball to, a good quality targets to throw the ball to anymore. I think he's down to Devin Duvernay and DeMarcus Richardson as his number one and two wide receivers. Mark Andrews is a beast. Isaiah Likely is back. You know what I mean? But whenever you're a quarterback and your favorite and only target, unless you're Patrick Mahomes, is the tight end, that's a bad thing. Your number one target should not be the tight end unless you have a Travis Kelce. Okay, and Patrick Mahomes has that, so he's well within his right to go ahead and fire that up. Yes, sir. So with Lamar Jackson, I'm not telling you to bench him, but you cannot expect big booming numbers. He hasn't been giving them anyway. So going up against Denver, number four ranked defense against the quarterback position, you have to temper your expectations. Okay. Next is going to be my man Geno Smith out of the Seattle Seahawks. Yes, he's going up against. He's going at the Rams. So it's a divisional game. All divisional games are sloppy and messy, and usually a more chess match. They play a lot of chess match with each other because they know each other so well. Play each other twice a year and everything like that. And even though the Rams on offense are decimated, they don't have Cooper Kupp. They don't have Stafford, the quarterback. They don't have Robinson, the other wide receiver on the other side. So only thing that's helping out Geno Smith is I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of third down conversions that the Rams are going to be able to produce. So Geno Smith will have a little bit more opportunities to be on the field and give you some fantasy points. But I think this is going to be a Kenneth Walker game because the Rams defense, Arnold, Arnold, the defensive end, the defensive tackle. I think he's going to be out, or he's not, or he's playing at less than 100% at this time. So you have to take that into consideration. So Kenneth Walker should have some good opportunities to do well within that offense. Obviously, you're going to fire up DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. You want to start them up, yes, sir. Because they're animals, but you just have to temper expectations for the quarterback position, okay? Because their scoring they have to put up a whole lot of numbers in order to give you a good fantasy production day. Whereas the skill positional players like the running backs and the wide receivers and the tight ends, they don't need much to boom. Whereas the quarterback, they got to get a lot of stats. And the Rams defense is ranked number 9th against the quarterback position. So temper expectations for Geno Smith. Okay. For the running back position is going to be, you got to have to temper expectations for Jonathan Taylor. Okay. Jonathan Taylor, he's been doing much better as of late. He definitely disappointed his fantasy football owners early in the season, but he's been picking up the pace here. But he's playing at Dallas. Dallas's defense is number 5 against the running back position. Okay, so I'm not telling you to bench Jonathan Taylor. For most of us, he's a top 2 overall fantasy pick, so he's going to be in your lineup. Okay, so he's definitely going to be in your lineup. Another one is Alvin Kamara. I know everybody loves the name Alvin Kamara and everything like that. He's playing at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is ranked number 7 against the running back position. And on top of that, Alvin Kamara just hasn't been producing as of late anyway. So, I mean, a lot of people, he was a buy low since week 5 or week 4, whatever. Once people started to realize that he was not going to get suspended for the duration of the season, but I was never a buyer of Alvin Kamara. I love his talent, but his situation and just his situation just been bad lately. Like he just can't get it done. He's been getting like 1 week he got like 7 or 8 fantasy points. And as your RB2, that's horrible. That's how you lose a fantasy football championship. So those of you who are big on name value, don't believe the hype. You guys got to get away from that. You got to evolve. You got to make adjustments. That's what fantasy football is about. Excuse me, I got a little cold here, but I'm okay. My nose is running and everything like that, but I'm good to go. I'm giving you guys the sauce no matter what. Okay, as for the wide receiver position, who you tip your expectations for. Yes, sir. CeeDee Lamb. As much as I love CeeDee Lamb from the Dallas Cowboys, he's playing against the Indianapolis Colts defense. Their defense is ranked number 2 against the wide receiver position. Dak Prescott is back, and he seems to be in full form. He's got a lot of weapons. He loves Dalton Schultz. He loves throwing the ball to Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott out of the backfield. So I think those guys are going to be more heavily targeted, with CeeDee Lamb being more of like not like a decoy, but like as more of an afterthought for Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is a beast. He knows how to win. He's a winner, and he's not afraid to make adjustments, and he's going to do what he's got to do anyway to win that game. So CeeDee Lamb you can definitely fire him up as your wide receiver 2, but I will put him on like anywhere between 6 to 8 targets, possibly 60 to 70 reception yards, and that's it. I don't think he's going to get a touchdown. I think Dalton Schultz is going to get 2 touchdowns, and Tony Pollard may catch a pass out of the backfield for a touchdown. Okay, that's pretty. And Allen Lazard. Everyone was big on Allen Lazard as the number 1 wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers, but rookie Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, they took that over. Christian Watson is now the bona fide number 1 wide receiver, and they're going against the Chicago Bears at Chicago. Okay, it's like I said, it's a divisional game. Divisional games are always tough, always competitive, more of a chess match playing game when divisional teams play against each other. Okay, and Allen Lazard, just each week he's just been diminishing. He's not getting it done. I got him in a couple leagues. I started him and I'm very disappointed. I think he had two really boom games so far this season, and here we are in week 13. So Christian Watson, you can't bench him. You're going to fire him up no matter what. I think he's matchup proof because of his skill set, his speed, and Aaron Rodgers loves him and is looking for him. Okay. So Allen Lazard, you got to tip your expectations. If you can find a better option, I definitely would. People with better matchups is Courtland Sutton at Baltimore, Garrett Wilson at Minnesota, Brandon Ayuk versus Miami, Tyler Lockett at the Rams if you have him. So, those just a couple of players that you can put in his stead. If you don't have that big of a team, then go with Zay Jones the wide receiver from Jacksonville. He's playing at Detroit. That's a very good matchup. Deontay Johnson's been picking up the pace, and he's playing at Atlanta, so he should be able to get you some good targets, some good production at fantasy position wide receiver. So those are just a couple. Tyler Boyd may boom. He may surprise. He's playing, versus the Kansas City Chiefs. They're number 20th against the wide receiver position, so he might get you some, especially Jamar Chase is coming back. So a lot of people are going to be on that. A lot of the defenses are going to give a lot of attention to Jamar Chase, who's, even though I don't care if he's at least 90% healthy, he's going to draw that coverage. As long as he's on the field, defense has got to account for him. That's going to open up T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd may have a big boom game as a surprise, and I will play him over Allen Lazard this week. Let's move on to the tight end position. Okay, tight end position. I would Foster Moreau. Okay, he's been doing good. He's been picking up the pace for Darren Waller since he's been injured and out for the season. Okay, he's going up against the Chargers. Okay, he's playing home, so that's good. But the Chargers, their defense is ranked number 8th against the tight end position. So you're going to have to temper your expectations. If you want to throw them in there, go ahead and throw them in there in the tight end premium format league only. But other tight ends that have better matchups will be a Taysom Hill. He's going to be playing at Tampa Bay. Okay, you got Tyler Conklin. He's playing at Minnesota. Minnesota's ranked 26 against the tight end position, so he should be able to get you some better boom production over Foster Moreau. Okay, there should be one more, and I think this is going to be a Tyler Higbee game only because of the matchup they're playing against Seattle. Seattle is dead last, number 32 against the tight end position on defense. And with the rookie quarterbacks that's rotating in and out of there, then the second string quarterbacks that's rotating in and out of the Rams offense, they tend to rely on the bigger target that's running the short to intermediate passes, and that's where Tyler Higbee feasts. And he's developing a rapport now, and he's been practicing 2-3 weeks with these quarterbacks, so they're getting comfortable within that system. They're going to get him the ball. They're going to be looking for him early and often. I will play all these guys over Foster Moreau because of the bad matchup that he has. And that's going to do it when it comes to the skill positional players. As for your kickers, you want to start Cade York. He's playing at Houston. They're 25th against the position. Cameron Dicker the kicker. He's playing at Vegas. The kickers are ranked 26 against them. So the kickers are going to be getting a lot of opportunities to score. And Jason Myers, the kicker for Seattle, he's playing at the Rams. Rams give up the 27th most points to kickers this year so far. So go with them. As far as I'm going to give you 2 defenses to stream that many of us are low on, that have good matchups, okay? I will go with Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're playing the New Orleans Saints on Monday night, and the Cleveland Browns. You can start the Cleveland Browns defense. They're playing at Houston. Houston is 31st against all opposing offenses. So those are really good matchups that you can take advantage of. Okay, so that's all I have for right now. It's PrettyRichie is what they called them. Like I said, you can follow me on my Patreon page. Join my Patreon page. Click this like button. Share this channel. I'm trying to grow, guys. I appreciate all your support and your effort. I love you guys. Like I said, I'm very easy to find. PrettyRichie 1111. PrettyRichie period, or PrettyRichie 11. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Discord. I got my own Discord channel, PrettyRichie. Very easy to find. As I grow, my information will grow, and we can grow together as a channel, as a community. I love you guys. That's all I have for right now, and I may just go live tomorrow morning, like around 10 a.m., just to give you guys the sauce, so you guys can take your time and get your lineups together. And especially, like I said, I'm in 40 fantasy football leagues, so my time is valuable. So I'm going to treat you guys the way I treat and love myself. If I'm going to give myself a lot of time, I'm going to give you enough time to be able to get the sauce, make an educated decision with your lineups, and take your time and set it accordingly. Until next time, ball game. Yes, sir. Pretty Richie in the house. Peace. Ball game. Yes, sir. That's all, folks.